Even the man I get taking a quamu. Now I'm na a chobro kwami me video tata. I say no can well no one is weak and we have his weak. Magu gagale to magu just no have ino katakwano in your way rest. My name will helpful online that. After me hanya magu the more na try can we put your meba. The more just can make an investigation because now ufodu weke no mama kia mwekwa ike ufodu mama kia mana ufodu weke di ufodu ya bu mwa unwe somu kia ndeba isem ufodu ndeba isem ya bepota he negali hanya hana hakpo ihe obu ni fugo this picture kita ada na akụkụ ebe iya na wonder kedi ihe ndị Enugu a na-celebrate because from the picture it shows that na Enugu is the highest growing fastest growing state enwe na Nigeria. At the moment now, Enugu so na the high Enugu were the highest, followed by Jigawa and Abia State. Now, you just only kedi hedi ha kedi who mean kedi heda index figure mean. Ihe menji bata no kwa because na ana emanya na biko na ebe Anambra State ba yi no. Na ebe Anambra State ba yi no mpa ọzọ na ebe Anambra State ba yi no. Mgbe nele anya na ebe a wee cheta ihe Soludo kwu nene anya kwunu fi ihe Soludo kwu because on July 16 Soludo made this statement. Soludo say Bola Tinubu is rebuilding the southeast. Na Bola Tinubu mere nke a mee nke ọzọ ka ngụpụtala unu ka o si wee dị. Then at the end of the day o wee sịkwa na Soludo na Tinubu approve go design ka esi wee lụọ gị na Abaji Road connecting to Kogi State and 150 kilometer Oba Nnewi Oga Ihuba Road, which links Anambra and Imo State to the Enugu State Port Harcourt Expressway while also passing through Abia State. Here bụ statement Soludo release. Soludo. So but by the time on jeme investigation we ka ndị kwasho na Soludo okwu such thing nwele the screenshot paste there somewhere. The Chimbu Putelemo answer some yes. Governor Chukwuma Soludo made essential statement as this. Also on or around 15 to 16th July 2026, he posted on his official X account CC Soludo under the clear heading President Bola Tinubu is intentionally rebuilding the southeast. This post matches the image accordingly and details very, very closely. Moses Soludo could this thing. Manambwe release this momentum index of 2026 states. Neba Anambra State ba yi no nana. Anambra State ba yi na akpike nana. Ibulu onye Igbo bulu onye Anambra State. You need to be conscious and also pay attention to this thing. Because o metotala again. Imu ihe that thing mean. Now in a simple man English. Mgbe na acho okay. Kedu ihe that go to go up at the end of the day and that index mean. Now let me read it out for you. Nanya na your screen. Because you need me I take my time to also gain you I also want to carry people along. When you go say in a simple English so that or say instead growth. A momentum index measures how fast a state government is improving over time. Instead of just looking at who is currently the richest or most developed, it highlights the speed and direction of change. It answers the question which state is moving forward and fastest, as simple as it is. So as it stands, Anambra Bay na weekend. Anambra Bay na weekend. So when you me another research then from month of March Imo State earn the highest revenue allocation from federal government allocation account. On the month of March Imo State earn highest 18.31 billion naira that month of March, and followed by Anambra State 16 billion 16.35 billion, followed by Abia State 16.32 billion, Enugu State 15.01 billion, Ebonyi State 13.56 billion ka ha receive in the month of March. Okwu ihe this state receive in the month of March. Now, mgbe siri okay ka m follow do state by state ka unu fu ego na your state regenerate from January till now. Ebonyi State has received an accumulated federal VAT allocation roughly 39.46 billion for the first quarter between January to March 2026. That is how momentum index is being read. So unu receive good that kind of money. Kedu ihe unu ji ya wee mee? I am not talking from the Ebonyi State. So mgbe mkpọrọ nke a, ndị Ebonyi State, go and hold your governor accountable. Hold your state allocation maka unu spend ego accountable. Ebe na drive kịta bụ Anambra State. Then mgbe m jụrụ nke ndị Imo State, ego one ka ndị Imo State earn so far. Some Imo State government received an accumulated gross net federal account allocation committee disbursement of approximately 51.31 billion naira from the federal government for the first quarter between January to March 2026. 50.31 billion ka ha receive go. Then mwe gbadawa mwe jua Abia State earlier, because na Abia State gba third na that index they are nafu fastest growing state in Nigeria. Onwe grow and how they have been developed. Abia State gba third, which in Abia State obo na ka go Abia State kwesị ịgba second. Abia State kwesị ịgba second. Mana ha agogo ka ha si go. Mana let us judge them by that. Abia State, I say, in the first 3 months of 2026, January through March, Abia State received an accumulated total of approximately 47.90 billion from the federal government allocation. Abia State. Then Nwejua, Enugu State and Atoponu, kedu ihe ha receive go so far. Ewesigi na Enugu State received 57.86 billion in the revenue allocation for them from January to March. So happy to their own to use. Enugu State receive we gone 57.86. Now, ebe the chino we wazia mo bikalia. Nwejua Enugu State receive 57 na agba first. Enugu receive 57. Achọrọ m ikwu okwu Lagos. You go and receive, man. Still Lagos by last. It is left for them to go and decide. My Edo by last. My Lagos shouldn't have been in that position. Hano. Lagos because I want to receive the highest revenue in Nigeria allocation. I want to receive with the highest allocation. Then we bought at Anambra State. We for this thing. We so Enugu State receive 87. Anambra by where just Anambra receive go 52.17 billion naira from January to March. Wait here. Enugu State receive 57 na agba first. Anambra na receive 52. Nke anyị na-acha red. Mpa ọzọ na how far? No, let us Ibulu Anambra State. This must be a source of concern for you. It is not about who is receiving the highest money. It is about how it is being used. How far is the state growing? Because definitely Obona State had to grow. A man basically receive with this kind of amount and this type of rating. So Anambra State go, we say that the rating they wrong. Release in your own. Go see na you Diego this money we made in the last 3 months, first 3 months of the year. January, February, March, we receive good. Okay, April, May, June. How far? Because na among my account of April, May, June, obuna maybe her account to January to March. So you belong Anambra State. Belong all those states and go. Check your state momentum index. Imalebe state you know. Una mali heme njetili before. Yenara kwa acho Biafra no. What are the structures no on ground Biafra ye meeting? You are aware that or sama yen kuna investors after that investors abiawa nwejua Actually go property. And you want to invest in a property. You just invest ebido reap where the reward after 20 years. Kia invest ebido reap where the reward after 1 year. Where the two of them together, malo handshake about reward. Man, one will take time to come, and one you the way sharp because now you put your money, you invested in that money. Except when you give it no shi. Man, okwa get your business alpha. So biko no ibono Anambra, biko no Joala no Soludo. We take and we receive and Anambra receive. Why I we no at this position? Eba solution is here. Is so bad and so wicked that our all Nigerian governors Soludo ban the graduation na Anambra. Mane travel obodo Igbo jeje graduation ụmụazị. Soludo, all the whole governors in Nigeria, ministers are traveling abroad for their children graduation. Enwebere onye mfo graduate bịa na school dị na Ogboete, bịa na school dị na Abagana, ọ bịa na school dị na Nnewi, ọ bịa na school dị Ebonyi State ka isoro ụmụazị ha graduate. Unade eme. Neka State si agba last upon all this money na ubata. Where then is the problem coming from? Ekenekwa mon, God.